Hello everybody, welcome to your Daily Pop. I went digging in one of my archives and I came out with one of my favorite decks. I remember using this so much when I first got it about a year and a half ago that I tucked it away because I loved the cards, the art, and the messages so much that I wanted to kind of, savor and let time pass and then reintroduce them. Now I love this: Intention, Timeless Earth, and Good Fortune. Now, this is talking about happy outcomes, being assured, releasing anxiety, feeling secure in everything, being resolved in the end. And that's our intention for ourselves, right? Oftentimes I speak to some of my private clients on, when you see people in movies and they ask them, oh, if you had a wish or 3 wishes, what would it be? And it's usually strangely something materialistic like a mansion, billions of dollars, whatever. But if you don't start with the, I want to feel safe, secure, stable, have good intentions, be healthy, you know what I mean? What does all this other stuff mean? You can have the biggest house in the world, but if you're not mentally healthy, physically healthy, what does all of that mean? So that's our intention. What intentions are we setting for ourselves for, prolonged good health, mental strength and fortitude? And part of it has to do with this timeless earth. We are timeless as well. So when we want to think of long-term healing of earth, ourselves, or anything, it starts with, what kind of world we inhabit. What are we ingesting mentally, physically, all of that? And I feel like when we have all of this in place, we definitely receive good fortune because we know what our intentions are, right? Like intentionality. I would like A because I believe it'll bring me B, right? Like, what is B? I would like, and if it's a monetary amount, like $1 million, what is the intention for that money? I want to open my own, whatever, store, crystal store, shop, whatever it is, to bring, knowledge and inspiration to other people, whatever it is. Let's really set our intentions right now. And this is really a reassuring grouping of cards saying, you're currently starring in this production that's going to have a very happy endings. So even if situations that appear sticky, they will be miraculously resolved. Misunderstandings forgiven and mistakes forgotten. When we have the intention to heal and grow, that's what happens. So this also urges us to stop worrying about the future, as our fears can be self-fulfilling in a negative way. And it impacts our health with that, right? You ever get so worried you get a stomach ache or you get a headache? Why worry? Whatever is going to take place. And if we set a good intention, we can know that it's going to be a happy plan for ourselves. And everything is in divine perfect order when we set our intention. So let's relax into that, And any feelings of vulnerability are healing, and they're replaced with certain knowledge that you are safe and protected right now and due for good fortune. I feel with good fortune too, it helps us to affirm I am financially secure. I am supported with abundance today and every day in the future. I did this for myself this morning. I had a few people that were asking me about certain designs, and I thought, I'm really going to kind of bulk up my supplies because I've used so much of my bead supply that I needed to replenish them. I ran out of beading wire, elastic, everything, because I had been making so much stuff. So I said, the first thing I'm going to do instead of answering emails and doing stuff for everybody else is replenish my stock so I can have things to work with. So when people are like, hey, do you have A, B, and C? I can whip something up. And that brings more good fortune and abundance into my life. My designs, I'm ready to make them. So just really see yourself as your finances moving up to a new level. You've been waiting for increased flow, and there has been visualizations of greater wealth. And when you continue to do that, it will flow to you. Your positive thoughts and desires will result in a rich vein of abundance that is coming your way. I do this all the time for myself. I don't resist the urge to splurge on something, especially if it's putting it back into my business, tarot cards, beads, whatever, because I know and I have the envisionment that will be replaced. That's really helpful too. Never restrict yourself solely on like a number. If you want it and you end up putting it back or saying no or leaving in your cart, that's kind of sending yourself a mental message that, I don't really have the abundance to spend, right? We always want to feel abundance and generous with ourselves as well as others. So set the intention that this will be replaced, twofold, whatever it is. And I feel like a lot of us are really tapping into that supreme expertise of manifestation right now, keeping positive and joyful intentions and enjoying this wonderful new state of feeling abundance. I do that too. I think that's some of the reason really that I pack away some beads and I hide them in bins. I pack away tarot decks after I only use them a couple times because it's like a beautiful, abundant surprise. When I relocate them, it's like receiving them new in the mail. It really is. And I kind of, it's a wonderful trick. I also like to do this sometimes, like if I get a really cool hat or something, I will pack it away and then rediscover it later if I already know I have, enough. And I feel like it's excessive. And then later, when I know my cats have destroyed my things like they do, I will have a replacement. And that's really wonderful too, right? It's like surprising yourself, which I love. And then you can break free of these life areas where we feel restricted. Take the first step in freeing yourself from any freeing yourself from any unnatural restrictions. Why is your mindset? It could be something that we hear from our parents too, right? Oh, that's to some people, an expenditure can seem like it is extravagant, and to other people it can seem minor. It is all subjective. So something, a little purchase you may make for yourself, a parent or a friend can be like, oh my gosh, you spent like $50 on a new bag, don't you already have 3? It doesn't matter. If it matters to you and you want it, go ahead and set that, because for some people, there's all these things too out there that say why we make certain purchases. Shirts, for instance, say that's an adventure for us. We're going to be wearing it somewhere new. It's going to make us feel a certain way. Usually in mirrors and things, we see that color. We see that half of our body, right? So a color could inspire us. And I feel like if you need that little lift, go for it. I feel so much better going and getting all the things that I needed for my, for the things that I needed in the future, so I wouldn't have to run to the store and feel shortchanged. Because there's nothing like really wanting to make a piece and then all of a sudden you can't because of the fact that you don't have the beading wire, things like that. So I set the intention to be prepared, and now I am. So I'm so excited to use these cards. And guess what I rediscovered as well, you guys, which I'm really excited. Some of these, the beautiful, they're the healing and clarity essential oil and oracle cards. I love these. True statement. I have the solution. Slow down and listen to your inner voice. It will provide you with direction and purpose. These are really great because the trigger statements are, I am worried. And then down below is the true statement, because we have an ego statement, right, that'll kind of whisper something in our ear and try to get us in a funk. But the true statement is we can have anything that we need whenever we need it. We're not in a rush. We have all the time in the world, and all is well. So love and light, you guys. That's your daily pop.